Welcome one, welcome all. Hi there, everyone. This is Christian here, your trainer for the day. And I have the distinct pleasure of today of going through what I would call a very underutilized, but yet somewhat easy tool to use. I'll say somewhat easy. It's very easy to use the advanced email editor. And I want you to use it today. Now, I'm going to go over some specific examples with it. I'm going to take you to it. We're going to build out some templates. We're going to help you manage it. We're going to help you set it up. Okay. Now, if anyone here has any questions, you can always just chat those questions out. You can also raise your hand in the Zoom meeting. There's that Q&A tool. But if you raise your hand, I can allow you to talk here. So if anyone's wondering, hey, I want to ask my question about this advanced editor here, let me know. All right. Now, for everyone wondering, okay, what is the advanced editor? I've never even heard of that before. With every contact, you have an ability to email them, right? Now, these emails, from a very general sense, is set up in a way that's like your standard email builder, right? If you go through Google or Gmail, or you have an Outlook email account, this is how you've been setting it up, right? You've just been building out the message, hi, Mr. Dev, right? Or maybe you already know that you can use what's it called, merge tags. You can insert lead information or your agent information into these. Okay, I'll talk more about that if you're not familiar with it. But in general, this is your basic editor. Nothing really special. And if any of you are wondering, okay, it's pretty simple. What about like images or videos or tools that I want to embed into this, bringing this over? Now, it is possible with the basic editor to do that. It really is. Okay. I'm not saying you should, but in case you wanted to just use the basic editor, this tool right here to insert like a video or something like that, you need to use this, the bracket, the source code of this email. And if you're like me, I'm not too familiar with coding. I don't build out websites. I haven't embedded anything. I don't even know what that means half the time. So what I'm talking about though is that you can go over with YouTube here. Let me see if I can just grab something from our channel here at Inside Real Estate. Hold on. Okay. It's just grabbing one of those most recent videos. Hey, there's Heather from yesterday, right? If I wanted to take this video over, I could embed the code, copy that embedded code and place it in here. Okay. But it doesn't look great. It's kind of big. And unless you know how to edit this, right? How can you shrink it down? It's not easy. So what I want to do with you actually is instead, okay, use the advanced editor. This advanced editor is available through any email in this system. But instead of, having to go copy code and embed it and things like that, you choose the type of content you want to use, such as a video. And all you have to do to get this video in here is add the link. So if that was the video that I want to use, this one, I'll just copy the link here and paste it right in the URL section, right? Hit enter, give it a second to load, and there you have it. You see the difference though? You see how it's nice, neat, and it's in the center of the page. So with this advanced email editor, you have so many different options here. And I'm going to go over all of this with you. I want you to see the different ways you should use this advanced email editor for things just like sending out a video, right? Maybe you took a video of a listing with your phone and you went through it and you're like, oh, this is cool. Let's share it with some people. Or maybe you've got a newsletter, right? Monthly newsletters are a big portion of any agent's business. You don't have to just rely on your office or your company's newsletter. You can set this up for yourself. You can create your own. But what also you can do with this is maybe send out announcement emails or wish somebody a happy holiday season. It's coming up soon. Since one of those big holidays, Christmas, right? We got Christmas, we got Hanukkah, we've got Kwanzaa, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we could maybe promote. Just wishing everyone a happy holiday season or Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or whatever you want to celebrate with them. But this advanced editor can help you with that. You can throw in images. You can get tools in here. You can either browse your desktop or what I like to do, I just open up some files here, right? Drag and drop those images. Drag and drop the content. So if you want to build this out, you can. Now, with each advanced email editor, you can always do this one by one. All right. But I recommend maybe setting up some templates, right? Building out kind of this communication or this preset communication, right? For your newsletters, for introductory emails, for hi, how you doing emails. Advanced emails, though, they're not advanced in like your knowledge of the system. It's just advanced in what it can do and how easy it is. So how do we use this advanced email editor in more of a standard form? So you can do it one by one, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to have some things preset. I want you to have things ready for when you want to send out a newsletter or a holiday email or an announcement. Maybe you've got an open house this weekend. You can make an open house email. So these tools are very nice and they can interact with other tools in the system. You know those merge tags, you remember those? I'll bring them back up again. You're going to see how nice they can be for you though. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over to the marketing tab first. All right. Now within the marketing tab, you have this tool. Maybe you've heard it. Smart Campaigns, right? But we're not actually going to use Smart Campaigns here today. What I want to do is take you through the advanced editor and how you can build one of these tools up. You know, set up an advanced editor itself, an advanced email, and then be able to use it again and again and again and again, right? With other tools, maybe a scheduled mass email. But first, we got to build it. Let's set up the template, which can be found in your Smart Campaigns. So when I click on Manage Campaigns here, and I'm jumping into this, I'm going to just click on the template section. That's it. All right. Now within the template section, you'll be able to create your own. Add a template. And we'll start off again. It's in the email section. It's an advanced email editor. We'll click on the email template. And from here, we're going to name it, put in the subject. But before we do that, use the advanced editor. Click on that. Make sure, because it says, are you sure? If you do any changes, if you set anything up, including that name or the subject, it will reset. So just be careful with that. Don't add any content yet. Now, what about keeping it a bit more simple, Christian? What if I want, a whole bunch of wording in there? Can I place that in here? Of course. Okay. You've got text. And within this block now, this box, I can edit this how I want to. You can also use any of these modifications here. Don't have to use the Arial font. We could use the Georgia font, which is actually one of my favorites. I think it's just really professional. Increase the size, make it italic. It's up to you. We've got these editors. And this is just like, again, if you were to build out an email from your Gmail, your Outlook, or of course with the basic editor, right? But you have a lot of options. The one thing I do want to highlight for you though with these options is these merge tags. I'm going to come back to this again and again and again here today, because these merge tags will make it easier for you. This is future-proofing your advanced email. It's future-proofing it so that you can send it today, you can send it tomorrow, you can send it next week, the day after that, or next month, or next year, right? That's what these merge tags can do. So I can say, hi, merge tag of first name, okay? Beyond that, all right, we're going to look at what other pieces you can put in. Some other merge tags I might want to recommend for you guys. Let's show you here. Dun, dun, dun. Where is it? 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 Trying to look for, there it is. Full address, street address, price, beds, bath, description, property type, thumbnail of the primary image, a link to the property, the next open house of it. Okay. What I'm telling you here is at the bottom of your merge tags within this tool, you can throw in listings. Anyone here looking to host an open house soon? Well, why don't you just have a advanced email editor set up so that it would use, say, or said listings information, the street address, right? Beyond that, we'll put in another merge tag. Go all the way to the bottom again. We'll use a link. Here we go, listing link. Okay. And beyond this, I don't know, maybe a listing image if you want to, but we'll just keep this as is right now, okay? Because I want to show you how customizable this is. So I'm obviously not done, but just for the sake of what I'm showing off here today, we'll leave this as is right now. Now, the content itself could be text, it could be a button, it could be a listing image, it could be some dividers, right? We'll put in a divider there, great. And we can keep adding to this content. But here's the thing, this is kind of a little basic. This isn't like fleshed out, it's not organized, it's not sectioned off. And that's what this allows for. The rows of your advanced editor. Now look at these rows. If you have, good eyesight, you can probably see the distinct lines, but if you're like me, you need some glasses, you might need to, see it a little bit closer. But what I'm showing off here is like you can have distinct sections. So instead of you having to like, I don't know, format the lettering, right? Maybe you don't want it in the center, right? You can format this however you want. But with this here, you can put in other content. You can place in, let's just go over a button, right? So there's going to be a button on this left side. And then maybe I have an image over to the right side. Now, with the button itself, you can have it link out to a place, link out maybe to the property, link out to a specific set of information, okay? Or maybe just have it go back to your home page. Again, it's up to you, right? You're setting these up. But if it's like your office newsletter or your personal newsletter that you want to send out and you want to have this button built to go directly to it, just grab a link to that newsletter, or if it's on your site, a link to your website. Okay, I'm just going to throw in have it send an email. Oh, that's interesting. I totally forgot about this. The link types can actually be different here, folks. It can open a web page. It can send an email right back to them. It can have a phone call made for you, meaning you can call this person. Yeah, when somebody clicks on these buttons, it could tell you to make a call with them. It can also send them a text message. That's actually something new. I didn't recognize that earlier, but it is a new feature. So I think that's kind of cool. But what you're going to have to kind of decide here is the content itself, what you're going to place in, and how it's all going to look. But these rows can help it seem a lot more organized and make it a bit more neat and nice looking. You just drag and drop where you want the content to be placed. And if you mess up, right, you don't want this content here, that's okay. You just drag it and move it elsewhere. You'll see this little option here, the little arrows. Just bring it to wherever you want. This one, maybe I'll have it at the bottom now. Oops. Boom. There we go. So you can keep this going and however it fits you. Go back up. Again, whatever works for you. Now, following up with this here, I just want to mention that the idea is you're going to put the columns first. You're going to do the rows and how you want this to display. So you're going to put in more content and more. And then after the rows have been set, after you've put in how you want this to display, you're then going to choose the type of content that you want to push there. You can do this in a different order, but to me, this kind of feels right. Okay, it feels like this is the set of sequences that I should be following up with. So we're putting in the display first. We're doing the outline with these rows. Okay, and then we're doing the details of each of those rows. So what kind of content we're going to have placed there. I'll put in an image here, an image there, and an image here. Okay, so 3 images at the top. Below that, I might have a divider just to kind of have that separation. And then maybe I'll put in, let's have a video in this section and some more text here. Okay. But what I need to now build is the content itself that's going into this. The ideas, the information, right? What videos do I want to add? What pictures do I want to add? So this is where you might, kind of find some trouble in understanding this. Don't worry, I'm going to come back. I'm going to give you some ideas. Okay. But let's just see how this works first. Okay. So with those images, let's go grab them. All right. I can grab these here, drag and drop them, drag, drop, give it a second to load. Once it does, there we have it. right? Again, keep it going with some more images. Oh, drag and drop. Now, what's funny here is I know that it says browse, okay? And if you ever click on it, it's going to open up this window here. These are for all the pictures that you've used in KV Core already. So like your agent profile image or any images that you've used on your website. If anyone here has built out a custom page before, these custom pages can also provide you images if you want to use those. So I'll insert this one, and there you have it. But if you want to take images from your desktop, you need to open up a file folder or whatever you've downloaded and bring them in here. Okay. Simply put, you can either browse the images that you've already used in KV Core, or you can go upload one from your own desktop or device there. Now with the video, again, all right, I'm going to go find that link. I'll just copy this one again. Sorry, Heather. She's going to be our guinea pig here. And so when we add in the video URL, we paste it, we're done. Okay. Now, there is honestly one distinct, I would say, tool in this content here, okay, that I feel like is a bit more rounded. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's more rounded. It can provide a bit more than just your typical images or videos or text. And that's this dynamic content right here, the center of your content pieces. Now, I'm going to just use a simple row for the dynamic content. What I want to bring over, dynamic content here, is when you click on it, you're going to have these options. See what this dynamic content's doing for you here? You can have a schedule showing button. You can use a view listing button there, all right? Following that, you'll have an idea maybe for your agent header, a triple listing image collage. You can have it like fold over one another on your website, or your email from your website is what I'm trying to say. So let's see if I can grab a listing here. Let me see what I have. All right. So I've got this listing out in Escondido, California. This is the property I'm going to be using. Okay. What I need to do is have that listing ID ready. Okay. Copy this over, and we'll do a triple listing image collage there. Okay. Now, because of this, it is going to ask for that MLS ID up there. Right, I'm going to set it in. There it is, that listing up in Escondido. Okay. And while, yes, the preview is not showing this yet, we're going to send it out. We're going to see what this looks like. Okay. So it can be rough. The first time you build this out, don't worry, right? We're going to test things out. You're going to try it out. You're going to have these cool images. You're going to have these cool details. I forgot to add in some content. You know what? With this content, let's put in another piece of dynamic content. Okay. Schedule showing button. Let's just remove this here. Schedule showing button there. Let's see. You know what? Can we switch this? We'll do the main listing image. There we go. All right. Now, the first thing you need to do here before you build out anything, just remember you're going to name this, and then you're going to place the subject. This is the email subject. So when this gets sent out, what is it going to contain? So this is just a listing announcement email to me, right? I'm showing off a listing. I've got some details, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and build this out. In fact, while we're doing this here, I'm actually going to remove this area. And delete it. Just want it to look a bit nicer, right? So let's just delete this row. At the top, go again for this information. I'm going to put in the agent header for the dynamic content. So I've modified it a bit. I've changed it around a bit. Let's go ahead and just make sure that this is my agent header. All right. Now coming back here, let's name it listing announcement email. All right. Subject, check out this new property. All right. Now, once this is set, We just add in the template. The only thing I would recommend doing is just remembering that template name. It'll make it easier for you to find it in the future. And a little side note, okay? Shauna, I'm not going to be sending this replay via email. However, Shauna, I'm going to share our YouTube channel, which is where I'll post this. All right. So you can access this for later. Just remember that template name, add in the template. All right. And we're good to go. It's done. All right. Now let's go over to our Smart CRM. Oh, I forgot to mention the little side note there. You got me distracted there, Shauna. I'm going to talk about it again, but let's just try and test this email out with a lead that has the ability to receive emails from me. Okay. So let's look for that template again. Just listing announcement email. There it is. There it is. And one little note to take here, folks. You see these little icons next to the email templates here? The ones that have the little 4 square blocks in there, those are advanced emails. So you know that this has like an advanced set of tools that you can use. These other ones with the little pen icons, those are the basic email editors, right? So let's bring out that listing announcement email here, okay? And what's great, okay, is that even though I set up that template, all right, with the listing from Escondido there, okay, which is great. It's this property, right? It can be used for other listings. Do you see this? So I created initially for that Escondido listing property, but this, as you can see, when I pull up the template again, it is still asking for that MLS ID. So you can do this again with this property here today, your next property next month, the property 6 months from now. You can again keep using this. I don't have to keep building this email again and again and again. All right. And maybe if you've got that video there, you can just bring it over if you want to. Right. But in the sense of this, I'm just going to use the same one. All right. And then we're going to send it out. Now, once it does send there, it's going to show in the lead timeline. You're going to see that email go out. Just listed property info to dev test. All right. Oh, well, that was actually yesterday. So we're going to wait a moment here. And while this loads, you're going to see these emails come through. When they get delivered, if they open them, you're going to see it. But just check it out. Test this out on one of your leads today. Because there we've got our header. I've got that content that I didn't really type out, the video, that triple listing image collage, the listing address, the listing link, and then the primary image with that button that doesn't go anywhere, but still. You see what I'm doing here? All right. So maybe we modify this bit, right? Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you want to change the look again. Remember, you can always just do that straight from the email itself. But you can go back now, marketing tab, click on those smart campaigns there. Again, it's the templates. Use it again. Use those merge tags. Use those images. Use the dynamic content that will feature specific listing details, images, beyond that, whatever it is. All right. Let's look for that listing email. See what we got. All right. Listing announcement email. Let's go edit it. See, I've already built it. You can just edit it now. Now, maybe the button here. let's change this. I'm going to use the button to this property. I'll just copy that link. And instead of using that listing link merge tag, I'll change this button around. Say, click here. Oops. Here to view property. All right. And so from this perspective, I'll just paste that link in. Leave it as is now. And maybe I take out this agent header, didn't like it too much, right? Yeah, we'll remove that. I'll remove this video actually, because it's not the video associated with the listing. And let's put in some more dynamic content. I really like it. The dynamic content just auto-fills this information. So let's throw it in there. Let's throw it in there. And so with this dynamic content, how about put in similar properties. There you go. There you go. And Let's go to the top one. What kind of top button do we want? We can still stick with that agent header. I think we will. We'll just stick with the agent header there because it's using my logo, my website, and a way to access it. All right. So we've updated it again. Now we just go back and email them. Okay. So going into the contact, again, you don't have to just do this one by one. How about check these boxes next to their names, send out a mass email, select that listing announcement email, grab that listing ID, paste it in here. All right, now we send it. Okay, cool. So Dev, Good, and Christian all received this email. When we open up Dev's profile again, this email is going to be a bit different. When we view it, it's going to have that header. Ooh, well, that's a little weird there. So that triple listing image collage has messed it up a bit. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to edit it once more, right? These are the good things to get this out of the way. Didn't know that was going to happen, but we do now. So just edit the template one last time. And let's go in, change it one last time here. We should be good after this. And just delete that. And delete that. Delete that kind of row. Use different kind of row here. Just go for this here. And bring this over below. Use those arrows. And the dynamic content that I wanted to use, if you guys remember, was the other listings. Right? So maybe I just change this. Similar properties. And then maybe have a row above this here. Let's just move it down once more. The content. I'm going to use not an image, text for this, and then an image for this. And with the image, I think, no. We're not going to use an image. We're going to use that dynamic content because it makes it that much easier. And we'll use an agent photo. There we go. Hey, Andrew, you've asked a question. Is there a way to preview the template prior to sending? No, Andrew, that's why I'm showing you this here. All right. So I know it's a bit, I guess, confusing why it wouldn't do that. Just because, hey, this template you're building with the dynamic content, no, there's no way to preview it before sending. With the other content, with maybe those images and the videos, yeah, you can get a gist or a preview of how it's supposed to look. But with the dynamic content, since it's adapting, right? Because you're building this out every time you've got a listing announcement. When you send this out, it's requiring that listing ID. So yeah, that's the reason why. But one of the recommendations is just to go test this out on some leads. Well, maybe yourself. Get yourself in here as a test contact. Send the email to you, right? Use that template of the announcement. Okay. Actually, it's been built out there. It has. All right. So now when we send this out, okay, we get the preview going again. We're going to see it in the lead timeline. And this way, you have a clearer understanding of what's going to be sent out there. Oh, I forgot that was on me. I forgot the listing ID. So it didn't even put in a listing there for me. All right, let's grab it once more. Here we go, folks. Throw it in here. Now, finally, when I hit send, we should see all of this, listing images, the other properties there that are available, my listing or my agent image, my agent header. And here we go. So that's that triple listing image collage. Click here to view the property. got my image, the other properties that they can go access quickly as well. Just so you guys know, all of these images, these tools, the links, they're all clickable. And then I've got my signature at the bottom there. Now, this is very basic in its overall layout, but things that you can do to make it a bit nicer, right, is when you edit these, throw in some dividers. These little things right here. So divider there, divider there, divider above that, divider below it, and maybe a divider there. There you have it. So keeping this in tune with everything that you've got going for yourselves, all right? Obviously, you don't just have to stop at the listing announcement. What are some good ways to maybe use this as well? Newsletters, announcements. And what's great too is that we already have some templates there for you to use. Think with holidays, just search our holiday email option. Give it a second to load here. There we go. There we go. And you guys can see the templates that we already have in the system. And yeah, I know Halloween's already passed, but we've got some holidays coming up. And if you want to, you can edit this, just clone it. And then you'll get a copy with the information, with the same set of details. But now what I could do is maybe add in another image, a button, okay? Or use that dynamic content. With your listings here, I feel like dynamic content is probably one of the best tools you can use. And I get, kind of lost in this, not in a bad sense, like I just spend too long looking at it. I just feel like there's many different options for anyone here. Now, just a little side note to this here. With videos or images or kind of dynamic content, I do kind of relay you to some other tools that help you be creative. While yes, KV Core allows for you to have this all set up and build out these emails and be creative with these emails, images images themselves can go a long way when you build them out with your own creativity. What I'm talking about here is maybe you create a newsletter with a tool called Canva. If you guys are familiar with Canva, it is an awesome tool. It allows you to create like images or PDFs or GIFs or running images is what they call them. And setting this up, let's just see what I've built out for myself, right? Like here's a cool image that I created, setting this up for you, building it out, right? Having a customized image like this, right? And you can download these. Once it's set, let me see here. Thought it was savable from here. Copy, I guess. Let's just make sure I've got it here set up. All right. There we go. Forgot how to download an image on Canva. You have to forgive me for this for one moment. All right, share. There it is. Download. It's in the upper right corner. Of course it is. It's right there in front of me. In the upper right corner, Canva, it does provide these tools where you can create your own customized images. You can create your own like newsletters. You can create different types of layouts with these. Now, this tool, what I'm showing off right now, I did this all in Canva for free. I'm not here to sell you on it, but if you have tools like this is where you can be creative and take these images into your advanced editor and build out these emails so you have this conversation going, okay? Each of these tools, each of these features can be enhanced, right? Canva's another thing that you can do. One thing that I also recommend, I know this is going to seem very lazy on my part, but trust me, it still works. Google stock photos. Stock photos are free to use. Free use. All right. Stock photos are abundant on the internet. Google something like stock photos of city skylines or your city skyline, whatever city you're in. I'm out in San Diego. So stock photos of San Diego skyline. those were some of the examples that I brought in during our first part of this, right? I'm having this set up. So this is your piece here. Okay. You get to create, modify, build, differentiate, and set up your own advanced editing. What I'm going to do for everyone here is, because I know you might have some questions about this, I'm going to open up the floor for any discussion here. Okay. But also, I want you to have an article discussing all of this, because the advanced editor, if you're writing down notes right now, does offer a lot. It does, like more than I could spend in an hour going over. But it's up to you and how you want to use it. So let me go ahead and share this article with you, the advanced email editor overview here. If you have not taken a look at it, hey, after you get off today's webinar, have some fun. All right. And I'm just going to say, prove it to yourself. Use this tool, because the more you do, the more you're going to realize how creative you can get with it. So here it is, the advanced email editor article. There you have it. And the idea is that you set up some templates. You have these templates ready because, again, you can use it for each of these contacts here, right? I sent Dev, I don't know how many emails, 5, 6, and each one of them is unique. It could be for that specific property that I highlighted. It could go beyond that and maybe highlight some other listings out there. Okay. But this is all for you. Oh, excuse me there, to build out. So with that being said, I'm going to open up the floor for any discussion, any ideas. I'll pause the recording, but otherwise, let me know. Guys, it's been about 40 minutes now. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. But let me know if you have any ideas or questions here. All right, guys. Well, doesn't look like any questions are coming through, but I'll hang on for just another moment there. Keeping the video on. Hey, still here. Okay. But yeah, hopefully you guys got some ideas from how you want to build this out, set it up, and create it for yourselves. But these advanced editors, I really say this because I think for any kind of listing announcements, for any kind of open houses, newsletters, or holidays, those are 4 good examples in my eyes. I think you should use, and tools to combine it with, like Canva, or even just stock images from Google, right? They can make this effect a lot more clearer when you have the customization there, when you can build out an image like the one you see right here, right? These are cool, unique pieces. Also, one little thing I'll mention is tap your broker. Your broker actually spends a lot on marketing material, right? So they probably have a couple of PDFs or images that you can use for your branding, that you can place as a header or a label, or just creating your own. I really emphasize this because, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, not a lot of agents use this editor. They don't use this advanced feature. So be that agent that does. Have that separation there. All right, guys. So since there's no questions here, I want to just thank everyone. For those of you that did ask questions, I'm glad that you did. For those of you that didn't, though, if you do have any questions afterwards, remember, our support team is there for you guys 7 days a week. Use them. No joke. All right. Everyone, it's been great seeing you here. Thank you. You have a great day. You stay safe. You be healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.